unofficial end of summer. Ross Hall is joining us with a look at the forecast as a lot of kids start back to school. What's going on, Ross?
Hi, Anthony. Yeah, we're still looking at some cool conditions to start, at least, for the kids heading back to school, especially for portions of eastern Ontario where there's the risk of frost. But it is expected as we begin September. We're going to start to see some warmer conditions as compared to today throughout this week, and we'll get into all those details coming up. You can start to see the sunshine start to lower along the horizon here, towards the horizon. The sunset now ahead of 8 o'clock as we lose at least 2 minutes of daylight each day, and it was certainly cooler out there. Just below 20 degrees at Pearson today, 19 in Ottawa. Our normal or average high is still around 23, so below average conditions in terms of the temperatures. High teens in London, 18, high teens as well through Thunder Bay and Sudbury, and we're still holding on to 19. A pleasant evening out there, and the humidex certainly in that comfortable range. It will start to rise a little bit as we move through this week. Winds, that's the story, right? They've been out of the north, a little breezy at times. Those winds will ease this evening. With the light winds and the clear skies, high pressure in place, there will be the risk of some frost. We're already talking that F word with this high pressure in place through portions of eastern Ontario. So the Kawarthas, Madoc, Bancroft, portions of the Ottawa Valley have that risk. So if you have any frost-sensitive trees or plants, temperatures will be dropping to near the freezing mark overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. And you can see the cool conditions, single-digit temperatures. It stays around 12 degrees overnight tonight in Toronto. Our normal or average overnight low is about 13, 14 degrees, and we will get back to the 20s tomorrow. So certainly closer to average with some sunshine. We do still have some warmth on the way, despite it being the unofficial end of summer. I'll talk about that and how long the dry weather lasts in the full forecast just ahead. Anthony.
Ross, thank you so much. We'll see you in a little bit. Well, as we mentioned, school.
Crisp day earlier on. Still a lot of sunshine in the GTA, but some signs of summer coming to an end. Yeah, I said it. But what's ahead in the forecast with more on what we can expect? Let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Anthony Farnell. Hey, Anthony.
Good evening, Shalima. Hopefully everybody's rested, ready to start a new work week. Maybe your kids are heading back to school. It is that time of year, and you know what? It almost felt a bit fall-like today. That's going to change as we progress through the week, but high pressure sitting overhead, so clear skies on this Monday night. And then as we get into tomorrow morning, you'll still need that extra layer, probably a sweater or a sweatshirt early on, and then you can ditch it by afternoon as the temperature climbs. 15 degrees right now at Pearson Airport, 11 in Peterborough and Kingston, 6. It's already down to 6 in Bancroft, where a frost advisory is in place, 9 in Goderich, 12 for Sarnia and London as well. And there it is, frost. Whew. It's a possibility, and I'm sure it's not the last frost advisory we'll see now that we're into the month of September. Winds about 10 to 15 kilometers per hour. They're going to go to calm by early tomorrow morning. Tonight's low 6 in London, 8 for Kingston and Peterborough, 12 in downtown Toronto. And then as we go through the day tomorrow, we're going to see it start to warm back up. It is early September after all, so when the sun shines, it warms 23, which is right about average for this time of year. I've got to look at the rest of the week still ahead.
Thank you, Anthony. Well, thousands of people marched.
From the Sky Tracker Weather Center, here's your back to school, back to work forecast. And yes, tomorrow, it's one of those mornings, there's maybe a bit of chaos in your household. At least it's not raining. At least the weather's going to cooperate. It will change throughout the day. Cool and crisp early on, but very mild by afternoon, 22 and sunshine. Winds will start to pick up from the southwest, and that means overnight, Tuesday won't be quite as cool as what it is out there now. And by the way, if you're outside of a city, take a look up at the sky. You always can see some incredible stars when it's a new moon, so we don't have the moon's light interfering with some of those stars of the Milky Way. So it's just nice to look up every now and then. 20 degrees today's Labor Day high in Toronto, 17 in Montreal, 22 Halifax, Here's where the heat is, above 30 across many locations throughout the prairies. Tomorrow, another hot one in southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba. There's your big ridge, the jet stream going up and over it, and some of that warmth is headed in our direction. As I point at a frost advisory, Bancroft down to 6 degrees already, and they'll get awfully close to 0 tonight. Could be the end of the growing season for some of those valley locations that typically get cold earlier than others. Now tomorrow it's back to sunshine, and it'll be that way on Wednesday as well. Thursday's looking fantastic. Even Friday we may escape with a dry day. There will be some rain though, and it may put a damper on next weekend. But until then, the dry conditions continue. 6 degrees tonight in London, 10 in St. Catharines, 9 for Windsor. Tomorrow, basically average for this time of year, even above seasonal in Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury. 24 on Wednesday, 26 on Thursday. How about this for the first week of September? Great stuff until late Friday. Slight chance of showers, rain and wind and cool on Saturday, and then taking a few days to warm back up. And that's a look at your forecast. I want to end with your dog walking forecast, and that is Penny Lane. Tomorrow, cool conditions, but we'll see that high of 23 reached at around 2 o'clock. Have a great night.